Hello and greetings, good morning, good afternoon, or evening. Now, my name is Augustine, and I'm here to give us a quick review of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So, if you are just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, welcome. And do well to like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that if I'm live, consequently, you could get notifications that I'm live. I'm one of the many voices within our Simply Brilliant community, and there are other voices out there. And our responsibility is to make sure that the community is kept abreast with the updates that they need to forge ahead towards the land based on abundance or the land flowing with milk and honey. Yes, we are on an exodus, yeah, to the land of promise, moving from the land of slavery to the land of promise. That's what we are. And within the next few minutes, I'm going to quickly summarize yesterday's mass adoption meeting and all that I have to, update the community on. I'll try my best to do so. All right. On that note, I want to begin by telling us how the meeting began yesterday. So a number of people came in for the meeting, and it was Kardashian that was the one that anchored yesterday's meeting. Of course, Mondays is the CJ, which is the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community, and then the other is Kardashian, who is also a member, Dr. Kardashian, I beg your pardon, who is also a member of the Privy Council. And the both of them does an excellent job in anchoring this meeting. But then, as at yesterday, it was anchored by Kardashian. The administration came in and then said it was going to be a tete-a-tete, meaning that it's going to be an interactive section between himself and Kardashian. Yes. And the administration began by asking a simple question. And that question was, one, what does it mean? Okay, no. The first one is, who do you love? That's the first question he asked. He asked Kardashian, who are the people you love? And Kardashian simply said, I love everyone. That was what he said. So he said, based on what his creator, which is our Lord Jesus Christ, in his own words, said that we should love everybody just like he has loved us, and that he loves everyone. And then another question that he asked him was, how do you know that people love you? That's another question, right? Yeah. How do people know that you love them? That's the question. And then, of course, it's by your actions. And that was his response, that your actions, there are things you do to show that you love them, and that he's doing everything he can to see that the love of God is shared abroad across this world, when he expresses his mind and interacts with human beings. Then the administration also said that in this community, that it is based on the principle of love, and that so many people are having it twisted by what they are seeing at now, as at now in this community. He is telling the community, he told the community that every action that is taken in this community should be motivated by love, and that some of us are finding it difficult to understand the big picture of this community. Most people want it now, and there is usually a difference between what they want and now, and that difference is time. And that so many people are so impatient that they cannot help with that impatience. And because of that, they become anxious and they begin to act in an erratic manner. He told the community that we just have to be patient and follow the process. And that if I can be patient and follow through, that everybody will come out as winners. That the intent of this community is not designed to see that a few people win and a few other people lose. No, that everybody will win in their various capacities. Some will win as core team members, some will win as backup team members, some will win as rotator team members, yes. While some will win as billionaires, some will win as millionaires, while some will also win as employees. The point is, everybody is winning in different categories. But see yourself as a winner in this community, wherever you find yourself. Some people will have more influence than the other, which is just how life should be. because if everybody are on the same category, it will be difficult for the system to move forward. There should be difference. Some should have more than the other so that some can be paid more while some will be paid less, but everybody will all go home smiling. Now, this is the picture of what the administration wants us to see. And that if we are unwilling to see that big picture, then the tendency of we achieving our goal will take a longer time. It is not that we can't achieve our goal. We will definitely achieve our goal. This system was put out, this is my words. This system was put out by our creator, but he had to use someone. And then the administration said, when I started this system, I didn't start because of the money that we are going to gain. I didn't start because of the financial benefits that we are going to gain in this community. I started because I knew that there was something that was coming and was going to befall humanity. And I didn't want it to happen. I wanted to give humanity a chance to have an option to choose, because it has been only one system. Of course, the central banking system, the elite system has been all we know. And then he wants to give humanity a choice to make. Let them see these two systems and choose. And when you choose, whichever you choose, it's the fate you've defined. You've defined your fate. This was what the administration said. Okay? And then on that note, he went forward and talked about the promo that we are now having. And he asked Kardashian that what is 1,000 by 1,000? And then Kardashian did some calculations. Of course, it's a million. Yeah. And then the administration said, when you look at the 3 zeros, there is a comma and there's also another 3 zeros. Now that's 6 zeros, which is a million. And then 9 zeros is about a billion. And then I think 12 zeros is about a trillion. And then with that, he uses it to know how to go about a quick mathematical calculation. And so he sold that knowledge to us, for those who were not aware. So he told the community that there's a huge promo now that is going on, which started last month, and it continues through to the end of this month. And the intent of this promo is to fill out the 111,111 members that are supposed to be on the core team. That was what he said, and that is true. And that it is not going to exceed this month of April, and that there is a countdown going on at the moment. It will continue to count down until the very last day of this month, and that everyone should take advantage of the opportunity to bring in their friends, their loved ones, their colleagues, whoever it is, and they should be willing to pay the price. And I come to think about it, 1,000 is what is given to you, and then the worth of one is going to be more than 1,000, but he used 1,000 as a basic. Now, when you multiply that, it means that everybody that will benefit in this opportunity will all be millionaires in dollars. That was what he said. And as at now I speak to you, the price of Joy G is way above 3,000. Yes, let me share my screen so that we can go into an audio-visual interaction. Let me begin by, I think, going to our Kringle.cash, right? Yes. So I'll go into our Kringle.cash, or let me go into our bugged. Yes, this is the one I want to go to. This is bugged finance. Now, looking at this, let me refresh my page. Now, looking at this, you see that the price of Joy G is about 3,335. And remember that admin is not selling. Remember that admin has put the buyback in maintenance. Remember that the bounty is on hold. Remember that the banking is also suspended and withdrawal is also suspended. So everything is put on hold until the price of Joy G gets to 4,000. We are now in 3,335. And I'm hoping that before the end of today, we can get to 4,000, because the difference is not much. It's less than 600. It's about 600 or so. And with a little push, we can get there. And anyone who is part of us can decide to just buy a certain amount. I am now using Joy G as a way of saving my money, because from what I'm seeing in Joy G, the price of Joy G is going to really go high this year. Yes, the price of Joy G is really going to go high this year, and it's not going to stop at 4,000. Before the end of this year, the price of Joy G will get to 5,000. Before the end of this year, it could get to 6,000. In fact, I can't predict what the price of Joy G is. And it has an upward trend. It has an upward slope. It has a positive slope. Looking at it, you see that it's moving upwards and it will continue going upwards. Now, this is the reason why admin has said that our coin is a utility coin. It's a utility token. Sorry, not a coin. It's a utility token. And that this is why we are not in a haste to put it inside the coin market cap. It's in the market. And the market it's existing on now is just PancakeSwap. And the administration is trying to make sure that this coin recycles inside of our Simply Brilliant community. How are we going to go about that? On that note, I will stop sharing so that I will share my screen again. And then I can review what he talked about in yesterday's meeting. So I think we are seeing the screen now, right? Yes. Now, these are the holders of the coin. Now, these are the coins that will be distributed over time to the 1 billion members in the community. The bulk of these coins are going to be held by us, who are the administrative cadre level, core team, backup team, rotator team, based on your distribution. This is why you are advised not to fall off. As a member in the community, if your account should expire, your equal match of TBC for the old members, all you've acquired so far will be lost. You will start again. And when you start again, you get your reward 1 year later. So the system is going to work based on merit. And if you are having a different mindset, then I'm sorry, you need to conform to the system's mindset. Any mindset that is contrary to what I've just said, it means someone else is telling you something that is not. So this is the coins that will be distributed. And then this is Kismet, which is 111,111,111. But so far, not all are here. A few of them are here. So this will also be distributed. It's also markets. Okay. And this will be distributed over time. This is majorly for members of the community, while this is actually going to be distributed to also members of the community. And maybe a few people that are not members will buy a little and huddle. That is this one. Now, this particular 429.87 blah, blah, blah is the coin that was set aside by the administration that will be used to pay the members that are on the core team and on the backup team. And he said that he wants everybody to be paid, but he's asking you and I to pay attention. He's asking you and I to cooperate. He has said that our utility token is not for how the system behaves. It is not to be swapped to another currency. It is for now to be used for the payment of subscription fee. And our coin is a baby coin, and that it will have to take some time for our coin to consolidate. And for our coin to consolidate, it means there has to be a substantial number of members who are using it for payment of subscription fee. And over time, we should build our membership base of this coin to at least 10,000. We're looking at least 10,000. As I speak with you, it's not up to 10,000. It's roughly around 4,000 something. And we have to get it to 5,000. We have to get it to 10,000. We have to get it to 20,000. And as we get to that point, it becomes more solid. So this 429, which was 500, was supposed to be used to distribute to us. And we are supposed to enjoy $140 every month, meaning $35 every week. But some people who were short-sighted decided to stop what we were doing, or should I say forestall it. I mean, they brought it to an abrupt halt because they were selling in the market. And the administration didn't like the idea, so he had to suspend everything and has given us a target when he will restore everything back to how it should be, beginning with the bounties. So this is the coin that holds that. He wants everything to circulate. Let me explain. Now, this coin will be distributed to members in the community through this wallet, through this particular wallet. Look at this wallet, this particular one that is C70. Now, this is what is going to be used to distribute the coins to us, members of the community. But then somewhere along the line, because they kept selling and they kept selling, it had to stop. Okay. So what will happen is that some of the coins will be removed from here and put here. And when it is put here, we will withdraw it into our MetaMask wallet. Of course, $35. And then when we use it to pay the subscription fee, it is recycled back to the admin wallet. This is the admin wallet. Now, for the members who sold the coins, it went to PancakeSwap. Pay attention. For those who sold, it went to PancakeSwap. Now, admin is telling you and I that this 25.9 must get down to 23 point something, or 23 or 22.9. In fact, it should be about 23. At that point, the value of our JoyG would be about 4,000. And the administration was correct, because it's about 25.917 as at now, and it's about 3,300 and something. So it won't be so long from now, it will get to 4,000. And when it's 4,000, this should be about 23. So that's a good, I mean, the administration is a good mathematician, and I do appreciate that. So one more time, the coins will be here. And when it is here, it is 500. It will be given, some of it will be sent down to this place, and then it is withdrawn. It is used, this is the IT that will pay off all of us based on those who have banked. So there is a responsibility for you to bank. And when you bank for at least 10 days, you can make your withdrawals, okay? When you make your withdrawals, within 24 hours, you get it into your MetaMask, and then you use it to pay your subscription fee. That's what you're supposed to use it to do. Pay your subscription fee. And then the money now ends up on or in the admin wallet. Now, the administration will decide to swap to BNB. And when he swaps to BNB, he pays off people through the bounty process. And then people will have some of the money in the bounty, and they can use it to do whatsoever they want. But if they want to gain more, what they do is swap it back to JoyG. And when they swap it to JoyG, they keep it in the blockchain of JoyG and allow the principle of demand and supply to play out on the coin, and then they gain more value. So I have chosen to start keeping most of my money in JoyG, because the price will forever keep going up. Yes, it's normal, it will tank. But if it is only the administration that is tanking it, then there will be quick price recovery. And when there is quick price recovery, everybody benefits, you know. So it's up to him to determine how much he's going to withdraw. But if this principle continues, the principle of this coin sending some money to this place, and then we have some of it, we use it to pay our subscription fee, it enters into the admin wallet, and when admin accrues a substantial amount of it, of course, because people will keep paying, and at some point it will get to the rotator team, rotator 22. Now that cycle will continue, and when it gets to a certain point, these coins will deplete. And once it depletes, the admin will restock it back. And when he restocks it back, it will get to about 500 or 400 and something, and the cycle will repeat again. It goes back to this place. This is distributed to the core team, backup team, rotator 22. They hold it, use it to pay subscription fee, do peer-to-peer transactions, so that the volume will continue. And as its volume continues, it continues to build on our liquidity. When we pay, it moves into the admin wallet, and then when it grows to a point, admin puts it back here. So it's a cycle. It will continue like that. And as long as it continues, it is like water. You know, a stream of water keeps flowing. It never dries out. But when you look at the concept, it's a cycle. It goes through somewhere, through somewhere, through somewhere, and it goes back. So the water will continue to come fresh. Now, if you take advantage of that water, you can turn it into a current. And if you make it a current and make it, it can generate electricity. So it's that model the administration is trying to bring in. And if we can succeed in cooperating and working as one body, we can achieve that objective. And once we achieve that objective, the price of JoyG will move from 4,000 to 5,000 to 6,000 to 7,000 to 8,000 to 9,000 to 10,000 if we cooperate. This is the point I'm driving at, cooperation. Now, I will ask you a question. And what's the question? What if admin decides to release it, and then that thing that happened before, some unscrupulous sets of people, I'll call them unscrupulous this time, because they saw the fact that the admin held it, and then nobody could do anything until it got to 4,000. Now listen to what I'm going to say. What if some people refuses to listen, and they repeat it again. Remember, the admin said it's going to fluctuate between 3,500 and 4,000. But before he release it, it must get to 4,000 first. And once it gets to 4,000, he will release it. First with the bounties. Once he releases it, starting with the bounties, those who have bounties, they can withdraw their bounties in BNB. And then you will see the price go down slightly. And once it goes down, of course, the administration will be the one to swap to BNB and then stock up the bounty so that we can withdraw. And then he releases the maintenance. And once that happens, everybody is happy. But then there will also be a release of the withdrawal section shortly. And then there will also be a release of the banking system. Now, if some people repeat that same thing and they refuse to listen, they just choose to do their own thing and they don't care about whether the community survives or not, what will happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. If the price of JOIG goes below 3,500, look at what's going to happen. If it gets to about 3,200 or it gets to 3,000, what's going to happen is that what admin did before, meaning what he held everything, he'll hold it again. And once he holds it again, okay, it's going to be that we would wait until the price of JOIG recovers back to the new value. I don't know what that new value will be, but I do not think that it's going to be at 4,000. Now, it may be that at the initial phase, some people will cooperate, but maybe after 1 week or after 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, some people will start selling because they choose to not stay in line. The administration will hold it back again. And when he holds it back, he may give a new condition, no more 4,000, possibly 5,000. And then we would repeat the same. Some people will get angry. Some people will take it personal. Some people will say the admin is unfair. Okay? But he's trying to point out something to you and I. And what is that? Work as a team. If you know that it's going to hurt the entire community, don't do it. Because if you choose to do it, it's not only you that will suffer. The innocent ones will suffer as well. And let me also let you know that some of those innocent ones may fall out. And if you fall out, you can't come back in. So if you do not want your neighbor to fall off, it all boils down to the principle of love. If you don't want your neighbor to fall out, your neighbor may have worked so hard and you don't want him to fall out, then please don't do it. Please do not swap. The administration is the only person at this point that has the right to swap to some other currency, which is BNB at this point. And then he gives it to you as a bounty. If you are able to withdraw in JOIG, hold it, please. Hold it or sell peer-to-peer. You can add your commission on the peer-to-peer, and then you give it to the person into his own MetaMask, and then you collect your cash. If you go contrary, the administration will repeat the same cycle, and maybe his target this time will be 5,000, and it may take another 1 week or more. And then at that point, some people who don't have alternatives may fall out. It means you are not someone given to love. Now, if that continues, because the administration was very clear yesterday, he said the reason why this thing happened, which is the tanking, a number of people are ignorant. Now, they are ignorant, willfully ignorant, or unconsciously ignorant. I don't know whichever, but the administration just told us to go out and spread the word that if we're able to sensitize the community properly, that there wouldn't be need for this to happen. There won't be need for people to swap to some other currencies. If they knew better, that they wouldn't do that. The administration implored us not to have the judgmental mindset, that he wants you to have the love mindset. And that if you have the love mindset, you have what you call long suffering. I mean, before you act, you would have to, hold on for a while. Before you act, you have to endure. And then you would allow the person the opportunity to change. And then if you continue to endure for a while and the person refuses to change, then actions can be taken. So what does this imply? It implies that the administration is not in a haste, okay, to change this principle and start hunting people one by one. This event may happen a second time if we don't cooperate. It may happen a third time if we don't cooperate. Now, the question I would ask is, what if it happens a second and a third time? Of course, you know that when that happens, the administration may have to start fishing out people individually. But what if it happens a first and a second time? What are you going to do about it? Let me tell you what you do. Be one step ahead. If you are going on a monthly basis, you should up your game. You should be going for 3 months. Because what I see is all this whole going back and forth can't be more than 3 months from now. Within 3 months, the administration may be forced to tell the programmers to begin to fish out those ones that has refused to change. Even though they saw the thing happen the first time, they saw it happen the second time, they saw it happen the third time, and they still kept doing it. The administration may begin to fish them out, and he will decide how he's going to go about it. I'm not in the position, but I'm learning something to be slow to anger, because most of us are angry that admin wants people to fall off. Now, I'm learning how to be slow to anger, because you may watch, or you have to view it from a balanced point of view. Some of them have reasons why they did what they did. Okay, even though it affected the entire community, they have reasons, and maybe it may be justifiable. But on the second time, I measures will be taken to set up systems to checkmate those people. So I hope this information has been effectively passed across, and I also hope that we don't fall off. I hope we act as one body. I hope we cooperate, because if we do not cooperate, well, it's the choice we made. All right. So the last thing I'm going to talk about now is our Kringle Cash. We want to look at our Kringle Cash one more time. So I will go into our Kringle.cash. And when you look at the Kringle.cash, please remember we are still rebranding, okay? Rebranding is still going on behind the scene. And before now, the administration put out a whole lot of lengthy information about inequality, billionaires, millionaires. In fact, the dashboard was filled with a whole lot of things. And remember also, we are formless. We are like the air. You can't define us. We move through part of least resistance. That's who we are. So many people see our community, those who are given to regimentation. You know what regimentation is? It must be like this. You must have a white paper. You must have a plan. We must see your plan. You must stick to your plan. Regimentation is not our principle. We are formless. That's who we are. And we will remain formless until we have left behind. It's a train. That train is moving. And if we get to a certain point, we can change direction. We may be moving in towards the north, we can switch towards the northeast. We can be moving towards the north, and then we can switch towards the northwest. It is part of least resistance. That's what we are doing. And we will continue doing it until we've acquired, we have involved a community size of 1 billion active members. So don't say that this is how it's going to be. As at now, I speak to you, we are using JoyG to grow. As at now. Now, tomorrow, we can switch to GGR. In fact, it is not about tomorrow we can. We will switch to GGR. As at this point, we're using JoyG. Our principal concept now is JoyG. And now when you look at this, the price of JoyG is 3.3347K, which is okay. Of course, you know that's dollars. Now, so far it's appreciated by 15.59. It will appreciate more today. I am hoping that it appreciates more. And the market cap is 3.7052 trillion. This is the highest it has achieved so far. And I'm also thinking that before it hits 4,000, it should get to $4 trillion. I mean, this coin is doing well. You know, when you check the performance of JoyG versus other coins, you know that JoyG is beautiful. JoyG is different, okay? It's different because it has a different modus operandi. It is not a coin for trading. It is a coin that should be used as a community concept. It should be community driven. It is a coin that should not be sold. It is a coin that should be used for peer-to-peer activities. And that is what will cause the coin to become more and more recognized by the crypto space. And I can also tell you that if you shift or look into time, enter into a time machine, project into the next 1 year, if you sit down and project into the next 1 year, I don't think there'll be any coin that will be able to stand versus Joy G. Because 1 year from now, we would have filled out the millionaire level. Yes, 1 year from now. And picture where 1 million people are not selling. What they are doing is huddling and using peer-to-peer and then using it to pay subscription fee. What level of current would we have generated by then? What would have been the price of Joy G? Picture where 1 million people are using it for subscription fee payments. I mean, I want you to picture it. Picture where the supply is still so small and then there is so much demand. What do you think the price will be? Well, if you ask me, I'm thinking of the price being at about $25,000 to $50,000. If you ask me, and if it's at that amount, I don't think Bitcoin will be standing with us. But we are not in competition with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has its territory. We have our territory. What we are looking at is humanity. What we are looking for is humanity. Humanity will choose who to follow, whether they want to go with the concept of the coin market cap or come and work with our concept. What's our concept? I've explained it already. It's a utility token. You know what utility is? It is used to satisfy a need for something, and in our case, need for subscription fee payments. It is also used to for payments of the IT team, payments of the programmers, payments of the bounty. It is a utility token. It is used to help to satisfy a need. That's what utility is. So we are a pure utility token, and we are going to continue evolving, okay? But this is not in my place to discuss. The administration will talk more about it. So I am hoping that we've gotten the picture of what we are doing. Our coin, our system is love-driven. Many of us are impatient. Many of us want it now, now, now. It doesn't work like that. You just have to exercise patience and allow time to play out. And in the course of being patient, do not fall off, because we are emphasizing do not fall off because we are building a breed of people. And that breed of people must be intellectually sound. You must be confident in your system. This system is what I'm talking about. I don't know how confident you are. So many of you are still seeing this system with another point of view. I want you to please debug it from your mind. We've made mistakes, yes. We've made promises, we didn't meet up to those promises, yes. But it does not mean that we have failed. It doesn't mean we are taking advantage of anybody. Please. Admin talked about something yesterday. Some people were asking about when are you going to release the exchange? Now, admin talked about cause and effect. I think so, yes. Is it cause and effect or cause and repercussions? Something like that. The administration went back. You know, he went back and told us about the exchange and why it went down. And unfortunately, so many people's coins were there, including my own. I've said this several times, that I have over $50,000 in the exchange, and it's in K-Love. Yes. Now, the likes of CJ also has such amounts there as well. But then it's been a while. Are we crying? Are we trying to look for people that will throw pity parties for us? No. Now, it's a mindset, because even if I lose everything, which I know I won't, it doesn't mean that's the end. There is something inside of me which cannot be. You can't counteract it. You can't fake it. If you are a success, you are a success. I'm a success. Okay. Now, even if I lose everything, it's just my mind. Okay. My mind generates ideas, and all I need to do is plug into systems that I know that can work, and then I can start again. When I start again, give me another space of maybe 5 years. I've acquired everything I've lost. And in fact, I've even gotten much more. So what I'm trying to point out is time. Do not get yourself, locked in, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. Calm down. The admin said when it is time, it will be released. That's what he said. He said if he releases it now and everybody pulls everything out at a premature level, what do you think will happen to the community? It's going to fall apart. It's going to collapse. and it's not his will for it to collapse, but that we can all exercise patience. And that's what I am asking us to do. Exercise patience. I have decided to exercise patience. My money is in the system. So much of my money is in the system. I've talked about the one, I've talked about the staking, I've talked about my buyback. If everything is in the system. But am I crying? Am I looking for someone that will throw pity party? For me, if you go about it that way, then you don't merit that title of a billionaire. A billionaire means somebody that has an intelligent mind. We are simply brilliant. If you are really simply brilliant, prove that you are a simply brilliant person. I am a simply brilliant person. That's why I would wait. And I am not going to wait for so long. I am having this understanding that hopefully before the end of this year, everything will be sorted out. Yes, we are hoping that if we follow instructions by the administrations, that before the end of this year, everybody would go home smiling, and stay where you are, stay put, stay committed to this cause. And at the end, you'll be happy. Okay. I hope we are listening and I hope we are taking note of what I'm saying, because so many people think I'm just saying it. I'm not just saying it. I'm letting you know that we can make it happen with the right mindset. Okay. So finalizing, 24-day left. And admin took time to talk about this article yesterday. He took time to talk about it. So I want to quickly review it. I'm not going to go into details. I want to review it. And let me start from here. Joy G is a baby newborn crypto. It takes time to build up a large base of Joy G hodlers. So until we get to that point of having a large base of Joy G hodlers, we need to focus on using Joy G to pay program fees, to pay fees. That is to make program fee payments instead of seeing Joy G coin for traders. So I am not thinking that Joy G will ever be used for trading. And I am also thinking that human beings are wonderful and that human beings will continue breaking the rules, willfully or otherwise. But for a number of people to easily listen and comply, there may be another thing that the administration may have to do so that people will be forced to comply. This is my thought pattern, and I stand to be corrected. But I picture a situation where people will start well, and then somewhere along the line, one person will default, and then another person, and then another person, and then it scatters. Now, this is my thought pattern. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope what I'm just thinking is a lie. Well, time shall tell. But if we are forced to get to that point, the administration will have no other choice than to act. So I've made it clear on this update, it's a baby crypto, it will take time. Leverage is 1,000 times more valuable to this community than trading. So what the administration wants to do is, at some point, as we build this membership base into 1 billion, the principle of our community is based on leverage. So it means that when we build this membership, we're not looking at traders. In fact, we want to render the concept of trading obsolete by concept of leverage, because leveraging means number one person can lift 1,000 people with the concept of leverage. That's what we want to do. Of course, we are going to use systems. Now, leverage is yourself bringing 2 people. You pay their subscription fee, and then you are ready to pay your own. Now, if you choose to bring in more, that's leverage. Now, everything that we are doing is leverage. Even the quick recovery-based system is also leverage. And the beauty of that is because as more people put in their money and the price goes up, the admin pays you and I more. That's the beautiful. So everything about our community is leverage. And if you choose to go contrary and work with the elite concept of trading, well, consequences will arise. And at some point, you may begin to risk your membership as a community, simply brilliant community member. Don't say you were not informed. Let's fall in line. Keep your eyes on the value of the coins in your match account. So you have millions of dollars. What's in there right now? We don't want the value to dissolve down to a few cents for everyone. Why do I use the term leverage? consider the fact that none of you paid for JoyG coins in your match account. What you paid for was your subscription fee. The match is a reward system to encourage community growth. On the other hand, a trader buys coins out of their own pockets, hoping that they can profit. So at this moment, I don't think, an individual can afford to buy the worth of our coin now, which is how much? About 3,000, right? Yes. And now, when you look at it, when you pay a subscription fee of about $415, which is a yearly subscription, yes, yearly subscription. Now, let's look at what the yearly subscription is as at now. So I'll first of all stop sharing my screen so that we can look at the worth of yearly subscription now, so that you know that the price is moving up fast. And those who are willing to act, they can act. I'll refresh my page and then we can look at it. So 1 grain of gold, okay, 1.956. Now, remember, 96 grains is your yearly subscription. Remember I said if you add 97 is to include subscription fee payments. Transaction charges. As a cash center, 98 grains. This is 411. So roughly $412. So take note of all this. This is the subscription fee for 1 year, $412. So on that note, let me go back to share my screen again. And then go back to where I was, which is the blog. So the match is a reward system to encourage community growth. On the other hand, traders buy coins out of their own pocket. So what admin wants to do is to change the narrative and make the community more lucrative, because an individual coming into this community with $420 or $410 or $415, as the case may be, will have access to wealth. Let me explain. Just pay attention. At this month, you get 1,000, right? Now, consequently, you get 50. How many months to the end of this year? About 8 months. When you multiply 8 by 50, how much is that? 1,000, that's 400, right? 8 by 50 is 400. Now, when you add 400 to 1,000, how much is that? 1,400. So that means you'll be giving 1,400 SBC coins between now and December, right? Yes. Now, let's say by the end of this year, the price of JoyG is $7,000. Let's give an instance. Okay, let's be fair. The price of JoyG is $5,000. Now, when you do the mathematics and you multiply 1,000, let me do the quick mathematics, even though you won't see it. When you multiply 1,400 by 5,000, how much would that give you? That's 7 million. You're having $7 million. How much did it cost you to get $7 million? Simple. You had about $420. Let me use that because the price of gold will appreciate. So let me say $420. With $420, you have an option of bringing in downlines, and then you get 50% on each of them. Now, you also have the opportunity of staking, and then you get 10% on it. The staking will soon begin. Hopefully, we should hear about it by next week. But then, even if you don't do anything, you just paid $420, and then you stay committed to this course for 1 year. I mean, you have paid your 1 year subscription fee, and you do nothing. When you're getting an equal match 1 year later, and the price of JoyG remains 5,000, what you got is $7 million. Now, let's assume that the price of JoyG got to 7,000. Let's assume the price of JoyG got to 7,000. As in when you are receiving it, what you're having is 9,800,000. Okay, now what if the price of JoyG got to 10,000 within a period of 1 year? I'm just giving an instance. I've already established the fact that throughout this year, you're having 1,400 if you come in this month. Okay, now price of JoyG became 10,000. What you have is $14 million. So what is my implication? What am I implying? What I'm implying is you can never from outside buy JoyG. You can never, because the price is so high. But with a little amount, which is roughly $420, you can get 1,700 JoyG and also 1,700 SBC coins, which will have an equal match. Now, what would you call that? You use a little amount, right? to buy and get something big. Remember, the admin said none of us bought it. This is what leverage is all about. Our concept, our community is based on leverage. And if you can't get it into your mind, into your head, and accept it, then that means you are fighting against the system. It will only take some time. The system will need to remove you from the system, because anybody that is going to stand in opposition to this concept of leverage, well, you know what it means. All right, so let me finish up. The match is a reward system to encourage community growth. On the other hand, a trader buy coins out of their own pockets that they can profit. You can also profit from our own, because you have what you call a daily withdrawal. 1 month, 1 year from now, I dare to say that your daily withdrawal will not be would not be $35. 1 year from now, I think your daily withdrawal may be $50. 1 year from now, your daily withdrawal may be $100. If we cooperate, I'm sure it can be way above $100. The concept is about unity, mind, unity, one body. That's what we need. But if you choose to do it your own way, well, you are going to drag us back, and we may rigmarole for a while, but at some point, we may be forced to eradicate some people. And I hope you are not going to be a victim of such, okay? So I want us to have one mind and work as one team. If you're having a daily withdrawal limit of 100, what would it take? In a month, it's $33,000. I mean, every of us wants it, right? Yes. And as much as we are being paid more, it means the community is also expanding. It as well means the price of JOYG is also going high. I want you to see all these things. This is the big picture that I have come to show you. And if you choose not to see the big picture, well, it's your choice. We want all our members to get millions of dollars out of this match within a reasonable time. This is it, reasonable time. And it's all about cooperation. We started paying $35 to those that banked up that amount inside the match account. So that's the part you will play. In everything in this community, there must be a part you must play. You must play your part. The system has their parts to play. We have already paid out $35 to 5,000 people on the core team and on the backup team. So roughly 5,000 people has been paid. But due to too much selling of JOYG, we had to bring everything to a halt. I warned you all this will happen within recent blog posts and mass adoption meeting. Keep your eyes on this wallet. I've already explained it. This is the wallet that I showed you when I shared the screen so that I will see it. Now, this is what we call evidence to show that he has been paying. And if you look at the quantity, it's been the same thing, which is $35. Another thing I should also make us understand is some of us that the system is holding back our $35. Do you know that when the system will release it back to you, it will no more be $35? Why? Because the price of JOYG has gone up. And the worth of 0.01339,391 is also going up. So when you are getting it into your MetaMask, it wouldn't be $35 again. It may be $50. It may be $55. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it would have appreciated, because the price of JOYG, as at when this thing was happening, was about 2,400. But now it is way above 3,300. So that means all of us are going to be in profit. For those who have not gotten it yet, I hope you're with me, because I'm teaching the community, and I want the community to understand. It appears that so many people don't even know what's going on in the community, and many people are crying, many people are complaining, many people are just out of sync. Please unite with the same mind. All right, so you can see all the 5,035 payment. You can see all the you can see all the $5,035 payments. And we want to pay all $16,111 $35 a week, meaning if we cooperate. Do not say that admin is unfair when a few people do it and then all of us suffers. We are one body. So everybody must work alike. And if we don't work alike, all of us will suffer it. And that would mean some people will fall off. But I want to say that the people doing these things are not acting from the love perspective. I hope you act from love perspective, because if your brother falls off because of you, then you are unfair. It is not good. Let's finish up. But when the price of JOYG dipped to 2,200, we had to stop making those payments. Plus, We put bounties into maintenance. Listen, we stopped buybacks. Listen, banking was set to zero. Listen, we put rolling out Joy G version of staking. We put it off. We put it out. Everything was put on hold because I needed to do everything within my power to stop traders, from selling Joy G right now. Now, it means maybe in the future we can sell Joy G. I don't know. But for now, let it be on hold. And if after all this, people still choose to do what they like, well, do not say the administration is unfair because we are one body. We are going to act in one direction. When instructions are given, we must follow. And failure to follow it, well, we know what is going to happen. Now, let me come here. The price should be bouncing between 3,500 and 4,000 for now. Admin said if it goes below 3,500, he would hold it again. Yes, he said it. It means that the community has not yet started acting as one body. Some people are in this community, they are not paying attention. They are just doing what they like. No, we have to work as one body. So that's why I'm taking the pains to explain all this so that people will not say I wasn't informed. Help this baby crypto grow up faster by paying program fees right now. So the coins recently added to the circulation of supply end up in the admin wallet. So this is the admin wallet. I've already showed you in the previous updates I did when I showed you the holders. I am soaking up the supply as fast as I can while still paying all the bills for the operation. When PancakeSwap wallets get down to 23 Joy G coins, then we will have the price of Joy G to $4,000. If none of you are selling Joy G and our members that don't have any Joy G go to buy some in order to pay their program fee, then they will buy up all the coins on PancakeSwap. They will buy up all the coins out of PancakeSwap liquidity pools. I won't have any sellers adding liquidity back into the PancakeSwap. So the idea is for PancakeSwap to just slowly depreciate over time and then cause the price to go up. So if we're able to deplete the amount of coins in PancakeSwap, then the price will keep going up and the cycle will continue, which I've already explained. We could get to a price of 4,000 within a single day. A single day of this article being on the blog. If all of you that can afford to buy do so, buy with the intent to use Joy G you bought to pay program fee. I already bought. Yesterday I bought. I don't know if you bought, but I am buying because I want this thing to get there so that I can get my buyback. Yes, in as much as I'm saying I don't really need it. I need the buyback at least to keep it there and hodl it. Let it be in my possession and then leave it there to appreciate because I'm optimistic that Joy G will get to something high. Maybe 7,000 before the end of the year, maybe 8,000, maybe 10,000. And then what does that mean? It means that I'm how much? 10,000 richer, right? Yes. And it makes me happy because I understand the concept and I'm making it public. I'm not hiding my knowledge. I'm not hiding my wisdom. I'm letting you and I'm letting everybody know. If you buy $500 Joy G and hold it for 6 months, that $500 may become $2,000. Yes, it's that simple. Based on this principle of operation, upward slope, it just keeps appreciating because the demand is high and the supply is small. It just keeps impacting. So the system of banking has failed and people don't know yet. We have the two solutions, Joy G, GGR. These two, the price of gold will keep going up. The price of Joy G will keep going up. We are not in competition with the system. Let the system do their thing. Let people do our own. That's why admin is saying, go out, bring in people to this community. Let them know what we are offering them. People are afraid. People are just afraid. Why are you afraid? Why? Well, it's okay. I believe I've been able to do a comprehensive review of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. Those of us who are having our challenges, please go meet member helpers. Let them get it sorted out. Those who have issues with the exchange, some people say they have some money, GGR and all that. Patience, please, patience. You'll get it, okay? All right, so I'll stop here. And if there are people who have questions to ask, you can ask your questions. But if you don't have any questions, I think the meeting will be brought to a close. So let me quickly review the people that are online and has dropped their message. Hello, Councillor Augustine. Thanks for the fantastic updates. I do appreciate. Good morning, sir. God bless you for helping the community. Thank you. And hello, good morning, Councillor Augustine. We appreciate what you are doing for us. God bless you. And Ambassador Augustine, thanks for this effort of yours. I really appreciate. Okay, greetings. And I also greet you as well. SBC admin skillfully calculates his calculations properly. He is truly knowledgeable and smart. All right, so this is a summary of the meeting. It's roughly an hour. Wow, I didn't know it took that time. So, all right, since there are no questions, I think there are no questions, right? Okay, someone is making, I pray that with all this energy everyone puts in will help us grow steady. I pray that with all this energy everyone putting in will help us grow steadily henceforth. Yes, we are going to grow in steadily, but the truth about this is in every system, there will be good, there will be bad, there will be ugly. In our community, as we move into a system based on the principle of abundance, there will be filter processes that will take on. We're going to filter out the ones that are unwilling to follow through. That's how it's going to be. All right, so I want to be bringing this meeting to a close. For those of us who have stayed to this point, I do appreciate. Do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe, so that consequently you can get my notifications. Cheers and God bless you. Till we meet again some other time. Bye for now.